She spotted something strange on a beach and it later turned out to be an extremely rare creature. In 2019, a massive gray object was discovered off the shores of the Santa Barbara Coal Oil Point Preserve in Southern California, which became a mystery for the employees there. No one was able to identify this 7-foot, 600-pound thing until the power of social media brought it to the attention of a marine biologist. Even after a closer look, the creature's identity remained a puzzle until the biologist made a shocking revelation. The experts at Coal Oil Point Preserve initially thought that the sea creature they found was a sunfish, which is one of the largest fish in the world. With some weighing nearly 2,000 pounds, although it looks similar to a sunfish, there was something about it that didn't match the description. The University of California at Santa Barbara manages the Coal Oil Point Preserve, which is a protected area and is considered to be one of the best examples of a coastal environment. Since it's located next to the Pacific Ocean, the people who work there have seen a variety of marine creatures. Researchers claim that there is no shortage of magnificent creatures swimming in the deep sea, but they have never seen any stranded animals as large as this one. The intern who first spotted the creature on the beach said that it looked like a big gray patch from a distance. However, when he approached it, he saw the entire body, and it was one of the biggest creatures he had ever seen. Conservation specialist Jessica Nielsen was quoted in a press release from the university, stating that the intern's discovery initially surprised her as nothing like it was ever found on the reserve's shores. Unlike most beach-stranded creatures, such as jellyfish, this creature had peculiar characteristics that the specialist couldn't identify. In an interview, the biologist said, "This is without a doubt the most remarkable organism I have seen on the beach in my 4 years at the reserve." Evolutionary biologist Thomas Turner became interested in a strange creature that was posted on a reserve Facebook page. He was as stumped as everyone else and traveled to California to see it up close. The creature was 7 feet long, weighed 600 pounds, and had no tail and no teeth. Researchers concluded it was a sunfish. But fish expert Ralph Foster from the South Australian Museum concluded that it wasn't an ordinary fish, and it wasn't a documented species at all. Ralph discovered an unusual creature and sought a second opinion from Marianne Nougat, a marine biologist. He sent her an email with an explanation of how the creature was found and the available photos, hoping to get more concrete answers. Unfortunately, Marianne was unable to draw any conclusions from the photos and couldn't identify the creature. However, she was willing to help Foster determine what kind of creature it was. So, they contacted Jessica and Thomas to get better quality images. Jessica and Thomas were able to take better pictures of the creature but soon discovered that it had been washed away by the tide. They continued to survey the beach in the hopes of finding it again. Eventually, the creature reappeared, and they managed to take high-definition photos. They hoped that these images would help Marianne and Ralph identify the creature. Jessica and Thomas had a closer look at the mysterious creature while taking photos and noticed some distinctive characteristics that they hadn't seen before. These characteristics confirmed that the creature wasn't a common sunfish, which was a breakthrough in solving the mystery. They were eager to pass the photos along to Marianne and Ralph to see what they made of them. It felt like they were getting closer to discovering the truth about the sea creature. Jessica later shared that taking photos and collecting samples was an exciting experience, knowing that it could potentially lead to an extraordinary discovery. When Marianne received the photos, she was amazed to discover the true nature of the fish. After examining the second batch of photos, Marianne and Ralph realized that it was a hooded sunfish, a species Marianne herself had discovered in 2017 and named hoodwinker. It's incredible that the scientists were able to identify the creature so soon after getting a better look, given the vast number of fish species and varieties. The common ocean sunfish was discovered back in 1758, but back then, scientists were only aware of that species. They didn't have the same access to the ocean depths as scientists do now, so they didn't know there were different varieties of sunfish. The hoodwinker sunfish, a new species found in the southern hemisphere, went unnoticed for so long because it looked like a common sunfish. Marianne Nougat focused on this mysterious species and found that it had fooled everyone. The first record of a hoodwinker sunfish in the Americas was discovered when it washed up in California, which was the northernmost point a hoodwinker sunfish had been spotted. The hoodwinker sunfish is a newly discovered species, identified only in 2017. As a result, there is still much to be learned about this elusive creature. It is an exciting prospect to see what else will come to light about this fascinating species.